So everybody wants a good deal, right, Sharon?
Yes, they do.
Are discount brokers really a good deal? Today on Real Talk, we're going to shine a light on discount brokers. Are they really the way to go, or are they a big fat no? Hey everyone, you're going to hear us talking about discount brokers throughout this video, and I just wanted to clarify what we're talking about when we reference discount brokers. Discount brokers are those big companies online that advertise that they're going to sell your home for reduced commissions and reduced costs, or those independent agents that leave flyers on your doorsteps will sell your home for 4% or whatever it is. Commissions are negotiable, you need to understand that, but you also need to understand what you're getting for those fees. So that's what we're talking about. Thanks. Back to the show. So Sharon, we've all seen the ads for discount brokers online, flyers on our doorstep. What's really the most important thing? Is it the commission, or is it what you end up with at the end?
It's definitely the net. It's the bottom line, what you as a seller walk away with at the end of the day. What's going to end up in your pocket after you close?
So what you're saying is that saving 1% on the commission, even 1.5%, doesn't mean that you're actually going to end up with more at the end with what you end up with in your pocket, right?
Right.
Okay. I mean, 1%, let's say on an $800,000 home, is $8,000, which is a lot of money. And I'm not saying that it's not, but won't that agent do the same thing that a full service agent will do?
No. And the short answer is no. So the first thing to remember is that a discount broker doesn't have the same kind of incentive to sell your home for the highest price, and will more than likely market your home like a discount listing. It isn't very good. They're really looking to sell your home quickly, so they're going to try to get you perhaps to list for a lower price, which could affect your net, obviously. And in many cases, they might try to make that up by offering less to the buyer's agents. So the buyer's agents make a commission on your house as a seller, right? And the buyer's agents, if they see that this house is at a discounted commission, they might kind of pass it by and go show the house across the street because they're going to make the full market commission on that.
That makes sense. In your opinion, do those listings generally look as good as a full service listing that has had some staging, been professionally photographed, had professional work with the seller?
Absolutely not. We have seen some very, because certain things come to mind. We see listings where agents take pictures with their iPhones and then they mix them in with old photographs that are professionally done. So you have some pictures like this and some like this. We've seen listings where there's so many possessions from the seller laying around that nobody can really envision themselves walking, living in a place like that. So definitely not.
Okay. So what should a seller ask if they're interviewing discount brokers? To be fair, they should be asking the right questions, right?
Absolutely. Sellers definitely need to do their homework. One of the things that we would suggest you ask is, ask your potential listing agent what their list price to sale price ratio is. So how does that look? Where do their numbers come in? How many cancellations? How many canceled escrows have they had in the last year?
Or
what
canceled
kind of
listings.
Right. What kind of track record do they have? Those are important things to know.
I don't think sellers think about that when they're interviewing agents, and I think a lot of sellers, to be fair, don't know to ask some of these questions. They should ask their agent what their average days on market is too.
Right. That's a very good one.
Discount listings can take longer to sell, and when a home sits on the market too long, the perception is that something's wrong with that home, or that the seller is going to be difficult to work with. So when you think about it, what that agent is actually making after expenses, paying their broker, taxes, etc., the incentive just isn't there for the discount agent to market the home properly. They simply aren't going to spend the money and on the professional marketing, the photography, the advertising, etc. Right? Oh, I remember we listed a home a couple of years ago that had been listed with a discount broker months before the seller called us. The home sat on the market for about 6 months. It looked awful. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It really looked bad. We took the listing. We made some suggestions to do some, minor cosmetic repairs. We staged it, listed it, and ended up with 6 offers within a week.
Wow.
And you've worked with me on so many of these. I mean, you've seen it.
Oh yeah, over and over again. We see it all the time, honestly. And I honestly would also be more concerned about what that agent's ability is to negotiate. So,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
So if they're not going to fight for their own commission, for their own pay, what would make me as a seller comfortable that they're going to be able to negotiate during escrow or during, even the initial phases to fight for my money if I'm the seller? So, that's kind of what you have to keep in mind. It's really a very valid point.
You know what this is like? And this is what I tell people when we meet with them at their home. This process is the difference between walking into a Sears or a JCPenney's versus walking into a Nordstrom's or a Bloomingdale's. You expect to pay a discounted price or to see something marked down or on sale at those other stores. When you walk into Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom's, the experience is completely different. And the consumer expects to pay a premium, and they're happy to do it. If you're gonna sell your home, don't you want the buyer to pay the highest possible price? That's what this is like. That's what marketing your home is about. The bottom line is that you get what you pay for. Remember that discounts on the front end can result in tens of thousands less in your pocket at the end, which is where it really counts and what's most important. The best marketing for your home more than pays for itself. Don't take chances with one of your biggest assets. It's just not worth it. Thanks so much.
So true.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you have any questions, we would love to hear from you, and please subscribe, like, or comment down below. Thanks again. Bye for now.